All right, church, so one of the first topics we want to dive a little bit deeper into, and we're going to kind of skim the surface here, and then we'll go deeper when we get into the biblical text itself. But I want to introduce you to a couple ideas. The first is I want to talk about the two primary offices that we find in the scriptures that serve in church leadership. And those are the offices of the elder and the deacon. So let me just focus on the elders for a minute. So let me remind you that there's a book called Church Elders. It is printed and distributed by 9 Marks Ministry. You can go to 9marks.org or you can just get it on Amazon. I think they're about $10. This book gives you just a good basic understanding of who are the elders, what do they do, how are they supposed to operate. But I want to explain to you briefly the distinctiveness of how we have gone about selecting elders here at Crossview and really what elders do. So generally speaking, elders and pastors are the same thing. Now we distinguish elders and pastors just for the sake of helping people to see that there is a biblical office called elder and they serve in a leadership capacity within the church. As a lead pastor, I am also on the elder team. But you could also consider all of the elders who aren't on the staff, they're also pastors in the same sense that I am, and that we are tasked with pastoring and shepherding the church here at Crossview. The most important responsibilities that elders have, I think, really amounts to the preaching, teaching of the word, the shepherding of the flock through the ministry of the word and through prayer. We see this in a variety of different places throughout the New Testament, but there's a couple instances where we kind of get a little bit of a real taste of what a shepherd or an elder is supposed to do. The most primary source for this information is in 2 Timothy chapter 3. And there is where we are given a list of the qualifications of who an elder is. In that section, we're given several different things that an elder must be in order to serve as an elder, in order to be appointed as an elder. Now, you'll notice that almost all of the qualifications of an elder are qualifications dealing with the character of the person. So it's not that we elect the most charismatic leaders to be elders. It's not that we elect the person with the best business acumen or the best education. What we're really looking for in selecting and electing elders as our leaders is people who have biblical, Christ-like character, and they show it in how they live their life, how they're respected in and out of their home, in the community, and of course in the church. That is really the foundation for how we select elders. Now, there is one character trait, or one skill trait, I should say, that marks an elder that doesn't mark the other office of the church, which is deacons. And that character trait is the ability to teach, or the aptness to teach. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that every elder is able to get up and preach a sermon. But what it does say is that an elder is able to handle the Word of God in such a way that they can shepherd and care for people's souls by pointing them to the Scriptures. That really kind of gets at what an aptness to teach is. And we will dive deeply into the different qualifications for an elder in an upcoming video where we go verse by verse through 2 Timothy chapter 3.